Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to start with this weekly chart, and this is a sort of big picture. 168.38. I think it's in the 167 handle on the daily chart. We don't even show it because it's so far south from where we are in the support resistance column. But 168.38, if tested over the coming weeks, say over the next 3 to 5 weeks, can absorb selling through November, even the rest of the year, and from here we can round up to new highs. In fact, holding above 168.38, I do see this 219.64 full wave count as a likely 2 to 3 month objective. Were we to close below 168.38? Yes, within 3 to 5 weeks, 148.59, and I do think even lower. This rising flag or rising channel top at the top of an all-time high, if settled below, is oftentimes a significant longer-term sell signal that has deeper ramifications beyond just the 3 to 5 weeks. So I could see the market going even lower. I'm not crazy about owning NVIDIA through the rest of the year if we close below 168.38. Until then, that is your prime bottom-picking territory if given the opportunity. And we would get that opportunity if we were to close in the coming week or two below 179.18. This is pretty much the way it looks like on the daily chart. So 179.18 is in itself a 1 month to 4 or 5 week rising channel bottom that can contain selling. I have it as weekly support, but we could bottom out from here and rotate up to new highs within a couple of weeks of testing 179.18. Bullish momentum remains firmly intact through October above 179.18. If tested, can contain selling at least on a weekly basis, and from here we can round up. So a 2 to 3 week swing trade does exist at 179.18. You can buy into the market and once tested, round up to this trend line, which would then become a channel top. That would be our 2 to 3 week target. It is presently in the lower 190s. As it turns out, we've got stuff going on in the lower 190s anyway, 192.28 presently. So that is our 2 to 3 week framework, bullish above 179.18. Now the question is, will we test 179.18 anytime soon?
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
And I do think we could test it actually by Friday's close if we were to settle today below 184.48. 184.48, nothing more than a simple horizontal trend line across a series of highs going back to August that can contain daily selling pressures, possibly through the week. This remains kind of our day trade, swing trade, if you will, buying 184.48, selling 189.73, this former channel bottom. And if we do push through 189.73 today, we could see 192.28 on an intraday basis. That is still our 3 to 5 day swing trade, FYI, is buying 184.48 and selling 192.28. If we close below, actually we're pretty close to it right now. What if we open below 184.48? I think that shows weakness right out of the gates, and we could potentially see 179.18 on an intraday basis if we break, especially if we open today below 184.48. 179.18 is a solid zone to buy into through next week and even into later October, as I say. If, once again, over the next few days we happen to close below 179.18, then we're anticipating within a week or two 168.12, which is our backstop in terms of support through November and even through the rest of the year, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Let's take a look at the upside again. If we happen to push through 189.73 today, and by the way, 189.73 is a decent area to sell. I would rather sell having been long than playing the short side at 189.73, just because I do think this market is constructive on many counts. I mean, you can also just take a look at the fact that we are above all of these highs now for the last week. The market's falling back and retesting this area by 1 perspective, by one interpretation of technical analysis, you could say that we're in the midst of a meaningful breakout right now above 184.48. It's just that I'm not crazy about aggressively buying into it. I would rather buy trend structure, if you will, at 179.18. But I have no problem in being long and staying long above 184.48 on more than a 3 to 5 day basis. You could also call that on a 3 to 5 week or 1 to 2 month basis above 184.48, anticipating this 219.64 over the next couple of months. Let's go back to the upside again. I do want to mention that if we happen to push through 189.73, 192.28 in reach, that would be a new all-time high. We could top out there for a day, possibly fall back into later week. This market does have a tendency to push to new highs and then fall away. It's kind of doing that right now. So we could test 192.28 and close up in that vicinity. I would not consider that to be how should I frame this, a significant buy signal through the rest of the week. We are still constructive nonetheless, as I've already mentioned, above 179.18. But if we do close above 192.28, we continue to pull away. And I think by Friday's close, within 2 days, we reach 197.09. It is very stair-step right now on the way up. And you're bottom picking 179.18, and then all of the levels on the way up are just, they're not weighted heavily because of the fact that we are bullish overall above 168.38. I hope this all makes sense. I think I've said it all, and I am going to leave it at that. For Wednesday's daily NVIDIA report, please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Thursday's NVIDIA report. You have a great day.